Um, okay, so next, Kendrick says, I've heard Bradley mention using YouTube ads to rank local lead gen videos. Can you please explain this in more detail? Yes, Kendrick. So here's the thing, guys. This is something that, everybody talks about CT spam, right? Click-through spam apps and how they worked so well for so long for helping to rank, which would, those of you that aren't familiar with that term, CT spam, that's called click-through spam. That's what I named it click-through spam several years ago when crowd search came out. Actually, before that, when I was using just microtask workers. But essentially, engagement can rank YouTube videos, guys. Especially engagement for local, when you're trying to rank a video for local terms. If you can get local engagement from people that are clicking from local IPs, then it's huge for ranking videos locally, right? Even in very competitive terms, I've been able to rank for videos by using YouTube ads. And the way that I do it is very simply the video that I want to rank. Okay, I use that video URL as the ad URL in YouTube ads. So you go to AdWords, you click on start a new campaign, make it a video campaign, and then you put in your you start selecting the settings for your campaign. Which the first thing that you want to set is and I'm not going to go through and actually set up an ad, but I'm just explaining it to you kind of in high level here. But the first thing that you want to do is set up your for local video, and that's what your question is about. You want to set up your geo-targeting. And so your geo-targeting could be whatever you want it to be. Like if you've got a contractor with a 50-mile service area from where their business is located, you could literally put 50-mile radius and then put the GMB business address in, and it will serve your ad to anybody within that 50-mile radius. Okay. Or you can do it by zip code or by city or by county or by state or by country. Does that make sense? So I'm assuming for a local lead gen video, you're probably going to want to do it by county, by city, or by county, or by radius. Okay, and you can do multiple counties too, by the way. So if it's a contractor that covers, and I just use contractors as examples, guys, because that's the type of people that I work with. But generally, like if a contractor covers like a 6-county area, you can just put those 6 counties in, and it will cover every area in there. And that means anybody that does a search on YouTube and looks at a video within that rank, and they're in one of those counties or one of those locations that are listed, they can possibly see your ad. Now, the next kind of targeting. I've done it with just plain broad targeting, and it helps, but it really helps. What I mean by broad targeting, guys, is like, how do you narrow it down besides just geography, right? Well, you can do things like keyword targeting, placement targeting, which is where you hand select specific videos that you want your ad to run in front of. You could also do topic targeting, and you can also do things like what they call interest targeting, which is what I found to be the most effective. Okay. Topic targeting would be the second most effective. Okay. So here's what I'm getting at. First, you set your geographic targeting. Then when you get to your audience targeting, if you want to first check your interest, go to interest, open that up, and you're going to see what they call affinity audiences. And you're going to see another one called in-market audiences. And then another one is like life events. Life events are like people like getting married, graduating college, they're moving, things like that. So that's a really good, I haven't done any marketing in those categories, so I haven't tested those targeting types, but the in-market audiences is incredibly powerful because in-market audiences, and again, that's in the interest targeting. So in-market audiences are people that have very recently been actively engaged in searching and viewing content that is related to the topics that are listed in that in-market audience topic selection, if that makes sense. So open that up and scroll through it and look and see if you can find your specific service type or business type in the in-market audiences list. If you can, select that, because now you have people that are, and it doesn't matter which videos your ad runs in front of. By the way, you want to set this up as an in-stream video, in-stream ad. Okay, not a what they call a video discovery ad. Video discovery ads are the ones that show up in YouTube search at the top. And then somebody clicks on the video, it shows the video thumbnail and all that, and then they go see your video. Where all I'm looking for is YouTube to register engagement from somebody that is in the local geographic area, so it's a local IP click, and that as in market, especially if I can't find an in market audience for the particular campaign, then I would go to topic targeting, which seems to be okay, but it doesn't work as quickly or as well as in-market audiences. Because, and so what I'm saying is, let's say somebody's in the, they just got done searching for roof repair companies. Okay, just an example. Let's say they were searching for roof repair companies, and they were looking at content for how to fix a roof leak, things like that, right? So they were looking on YouTube, they searched Google, maybe they went to thisoldhouse.com or homeandgarden.com and were looking at articles about roofing leaks, or roofing stuff, period. Does that make sense? Now Google's tracked them or identified them as somebody that's in market for roofing services. And so now when you select the proper geographic targeting and you select that in-market audience for roofing services, which exists, by the way, because I have roofing clients, I'm using it right now as we speak, then anybody within that geographic area that goes to YouTube for any video whatsoever, let's say they want to watch a video about, I don't know, stupid CrossFit fails. I use that one because there's funny videos about that. But they're in there just for entertainment one night, and they're looking at CrossFit fails or gym fails or funny cat videos and stuff like that. Well, all of a sudden, a roofing video pops up in front of, as an in-stream ad, in front of one of the videos that they clicked on. Does that make sense? It doesn't matter that right then and there they're not looking for roofing services. All that matters is Google knows that where they're located, and it knows that they were in market for this. And now your video just got seen, whether they click on the ad or not, it doesn't matter. They now have seen and engaged with your video. Does that make sense? If you were doing roof repair video stuff. So my point is, it works really, really, really well. And so the number one thing is geographic targeting. The second most important thing is your audience targeting. I highly recommend that you test with interest targeting in both in-market audiences and life event audiences if you can find something that, if you find a category that your campaign would fall in. If it doesn't, then go to topic targeting. You can find much broader stuff in topic targeting. It's not, those users have a history of an interest in that specific topic. So stuff like roof repair, a lot of the times you might be able to find a topic, like a topic about home improvement stuff, but that's just people that are interested in home improvement in general. So that's not quite as targeted as somebody that has actively been searching for roofing related content online, because they most likely have an issue that needs to be resolved. If that makes sense. Okay, so I know that was a long explanation, but that's a question that comes up often. So we'll probably make that a frequently asked question, and hopefully that makes helps you guys with that. As far as just really quickly, the strategy that I use with this, guys, because again, if you can generate leads from that, which you absolutely can generate valid leads from that when you have your targeting very, very tight, very dialed in. But I don't look for leads from that. All I'm looking for is actually those registered engagements, so that it helps it to rank in Google search. Because when it ranks in Google search, then I will end up helping me to generate leads. But it does happen from time to time where we'll actually generate leads from that ad itself, right? Which is a bonus. But as far as the actual the bid strategy, what I do is I just always do manual cost per view, and I set up to always start, guys. I do $1 per day. That's it, $1 per day for a video. And I always start my campaigns at max cost per view at 25 cents per view. And then once the campaign starts running, it starts receiving impressions. It starts getting viewed, which will show as an engagement, as a specific engagement column in AdWords. Then it will start to show you the average cost per view. And most of the time it'll be like, 12 cents, 13 cents, 10 cents, or 11 cents, something like that. It'll be somewhere in that range. And then what I do is I start going in and backing my max cost per view bid down from 25 cents to say maybe 20 cents. Let's say my max average cost per view is 12 cents. Well, I'll back it down to 20 cents. Then I'll back it down to 15 cents a couple days later. And then I'll start backing it down 1 cent at a time. Like every day or every couple of days, I'll go in and I'll back my max cost per view bid down another cent, another cent, another cent, to where I get below that average cost per view at 12 cents. And what's funny is you'll see the average cost per view will drop, but you'll still get just as much impressions. But it's just because you're slowly bidding down. Like, it's crazy. But like I've got several campaigns running right now where my max cost per view is 1 penny, which is insane because I've got it down to 50 cents per day as my bid, my budget, right? 50 cents per day, 1 cent per view. And so like literally at the very most, Google AdWords will charge me $15 per month to keep that video ranked by just having local IP clicks that are in market clicking on or engaging with the video, whether they want to or not. So it's a great strategy, guys. If you haven't used that for video SEO, certainly try it. It's something that just is like, it's been a trick up my sleeve for about a year now, and it just works really well. So CT spam apps aren't necessary for videos anymore when you can use AdWords and buy legal, valid views from people that are in market sometimes, from the specific locations that you want. And you can do it for as little as 1 penny per view. Okay. Great question, by the way.